All right, man. Let's talk about John Morton, man. He, he spoke on getting explosive plays. Um, getting explosive plays. That's what he want to come here to do. Get explosive plays. I think he said 7 or 8 explosive plays. Now I don't really, know which is deemed as explosive play. Is that a play of 10 yards plus? I'm pretty sure they got a definition of it, and Sean Payton kind of talked about him as well too. So yeah, Tim Twentyman is talking about, he did an article on DetroitLions.com. So ain't gonna be nothing controversial on the actual Lions site, but um, I think that's good. Sometimes more eager to maximize explosive plays. But Lions offense, new Detroit Lions offensive coordinator has 3 main philosophies when it comes to offensive football. Excuse me. Protect the ball by making good decisions, generate explosive plays, and be good on third down. Now, uh, the first one, is very interesting to me, and you might ask why. Why is the first one very interesting? Protect the ball by making good decisions. The decision comes from him. If he called in the plays, the decision comes from him. And I'm gonna always point back to this. You hear Bears fan in the comments, you're just hating. No, I'm telling a fact. If you don't watch the games and just list stats, I'm not the guy for you. And I'm just keeping it a bean. If you just watch the game and just list stats, you have to watch it. We had that debate on my other channel about when Prime was talking about Asante Samuels versus Deion Primetime Sanders. Yeah, you can list stats, but watching the game is different than saying stats. Stats don't tell the whole story. All stats are not created equally. Stafford, for years, he had a lot of stats. Where does Stafford have a lot of stats at? In Pat Stafford time. That's where he got the nickname Pat Stafford. But that decision making that John Moore, that it starts with the play caller. And going back to that playoff game with the Washington Commanders, I said it before and I say it again. Going back to that game, for me, was the fact that on third down, you call an empty set, no pass protection in the backfield for Goff. It's a bad decision make because if they cover it well or they just come attack Jared Goff, you know what it is. You know exactly what it is. That's what I find it funny. You know exactly what it is. They're going to pin their ears back and they're going to go get Jared Goff. He's not going to break contain. He's not going to, do anything fancy with his feet or nothing. Once he got to hold that ball in that 5 wide situation with no running back, we know, guess what? The running back ain't an option. We know that the running back isn't an option anymore. He isn't an option. So if he's no longer an option, I know if we pin our ears back and put our hands up and defend this for 2 or 3 seconds, Goff is cream. So that decision making starts at the play calling position, right? So he said, I think you have to have explosive plays. He said, I think you have to be able to do that. I think there's a certain amount of explosive plays you need in the game, and explosive. I've always think 7 or 8 explosive plays explosively per game is really good. And at the end of the day, me thinking about it, 7 or 8 explosive plays, honestly, man, that's a lot. But if it's 10 or more, if it play for 10 or more yards, then yeah. But he has the playmakers to do so. He has the playmakers to do so. If we being honest, he has the playmakers to do so. He really do. He has the playmakers to do so. So, that is highly possible. That is highly possible. So, I agree with him on that one. They got the playmakers from J-Mo to Gibbs to Montgomery to Amon-Ra St. Brown. Morton said the offense will still sit down in the weeks after the combine and under head coach Dan Campbell, guys create their own scale for how they log explosive plays internally. So there you go. That was my first question. Morton said he usually views a pass play of 16 to 17 yards or more and a run play 10 to 12 yards or more as an explosive play. So reading is fundamental. A lot of time I don't read these articles full through. I just read through them to see if it's worth talking about. That's what I said. In my mind, I'm thinking maybe he's talking about 10 plays, but 16 to 17 pass yard play, 10 to 12 running. That sounds about right. So it seemed like they may be getting a little bit more. I think they're going to get a little bit more straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? I think they're going to get a little bit more straight to the point, and it won't be as pretty, but they're going to do some things. They're going to do some things to get explosive. They're going to do some more explosive things. They're going to try to be more explosive going down the field. And my only question is, I just like to see them kind of get straight to it to the run game. I like to see them straight power, more power game, straight downhill, more with a lead back. That's what I would just like to see. More straight downhill, hit the hole. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion, but just me. So, but let's continue on. It's a good article. He said the exciting part about Morton is the weapons he'll have to build his offense around and accomplish his goal. Detroit led the NFL in 2024 in most touchdowns, 20 plus yards, with 18 followed by Philadelphia and 17. 18 followed by Philadelphia 17. No, with 20 plus with 18, they follow Philadelphia following with 17 and Cincinnati 15. From a run game perspective, Jahmyr Gibbs, 41 runs of 10 plus yards was the most amongst the NFL running backs. 16% of his runs gained at least 10 plus yards, which also topped the league. Fellow running back Dave Montgomery added 17 runs of 10 or plus more yards. So, so for the most part, they may add a toy or two or three in the draft or free agency, and they may become more explosive. So I think it was a great article. Shout out to 1021, great article. And we see if John Morton can do some great things, man. So I appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next to subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Hit the link in the description. Under follow me everywhere, the link tree. I mean, you click that link, it's going to show you how to donate and my other platforms. You can find me on social media at the whole shebang. So appreciate y'all. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.